Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Good to see you, everybody. My name is Eric F. King, and I'm here with my world-class experts. And we are excited today to come to you, as we do every Monday, with another great topic. All right. So today we are talking about resilience, how to bounce back. Look, no matter who you are, no matter where you live, no matter what your background is, you are going to have obstacles in your life. You're going to have problems. You're going to have challenges. Don't pray for less challenges. Pray for more skills. You want to be able to overcome the challenge, right? And today we're going to help you with that, folks. We're going to help you with that. I have a great panel: Leah Garcia, Amberly Shreve, Zan Anaguru, Annie Asung, here from all over the world, to give you some tips and tricks on resilience, how to bounce back. So if you are watching us on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you are, let us know in the chat. Okay, say hi. Let us know where you're zooming in from. And also, if you have any questions, put it in the chat so we can get to your questions. All right, so I'm going to start off by bringing on my good friend from California. It's 7:02 here, but it's 4:02 in California. So we appreciate her jumping on. She's very busy. She's very successful, and she takes her time to help us with finances. Right? She is a financial strategist. She helps people make money, invest money, all things money. And she's also a black belt, a third-degree black belt in karate, which means she has a lot of discipline, right? And also, you don't want to get in a fight with her. That's what it also means, right? But I have a lot of respect for her. I was on her show last week. It was a pleasure to be on her show. She did an incredible job. So without further ado, Leah Garcia, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric F. King of Collaboration. And yes, my name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist and insurance professional. And it's my crusade to help you properly protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth so you can build that legacy and create generational and multi-generational wealth for you and your family. I love today's topic. I woke up at midnight. Actually, I was so excited about this topic. So I'm going to give you 3 quick tips on how to become more resilient, right? The first one is, you know what? A setback is a good time for a comeback. Just understand that failure is a part of the process, right? So put that plan in place and understand that that is going to happen. But when you come back even stronger, because now you've learned the lesson. Now you have built some resilience. And you know what? If you're going to have a pity party, have a pity party for 5 minutes and then the party's over, right? And then it's time to get back to work. You have to deal with it and then disconnect. See what the issue is and then disconnect with it. Number 2, me and my girlfriend, we call this remember the time. I talk about those things once I disconnect, and I start to talk about it as that it all was in the past, and I tell the story of how I overcame it. Jake Ducey calls this oogling. We call it the remember the time. So it will go like this. Hey, Eric, remember the time when you fell down and you thought it was over and you thought that was in, but then you got back up. And you know what happened? You came back even stronger. And look at how you overcame that, right? And I tell myself the story, and sometimes I'll even write it down. And number 3, my mentor calls this the power of one more. Listen, you don't have to think about the future because that will give you anxiety. You don't have to think about the past and ruminate on the past because that will get you depressed. Stay in the present moment and just think about, I can't do this for 30 days, but I can do it one more time, right? Just make the decision to just get up one more time. And I'm going to tell you a quick story about my precious grandson. When he was 3 years old, we went to the park, and there was this little climbing obstacle, and it had a platform. And he kept trying to go up, and he'd come back down, and he'd try to go up, and he came back down. And I told him, I said, you know what, Mijo, you're a champion, and champions do hard things. So he went back up, and he came back down probably 3 or 4 or 5 times. Finally, he got to the top, and then he threw his fists in the air. He fist pumped, and he said, nothing can stop me now, Gams. So think about that. What does that do to his little psyche? We build resilience by doing hard things. That's why for me, affirmations don't really have it doesn't really do a whole lot. If we could sit there and say we're a champion and we do hard things and I'm amazing, I'm incredible, but then we roll over and we go back to bed. Right? We have to actually do the things that are hard. Listen, folks, if you are here at 7 a.m. or 4 a.m., you are doing something hard. That means that you are the one in your family. Remember, people are watching you. They're rooting for you, probably even secretly. They may not say it out front, but they want you to win, because if you win, that gives them hope. You're the one in your family to break those generational curses and change your family last name forever. So that's my time, and I'm going to pass it back to you, Mr. Eric F. King.
All right. Thank you so much. That was incredible. Man, I'm glad I told you to go first, right? Now I raised the bar. Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And now we are going to go to our next speaker. And so we're going from California, we're going all the way to Maryland. And this young lady is doing incredible things. I say she's a young lady because I'm older than her. She's actually, I don't know if she wants me to say she's a young lady, but but I have a lot of respect for her. Now you got to say the right thing, right? So she hails from. You can see that I don't script this, right? I just talk, right? So there's no script with Eric. I just talk. you know how to work. That's how I do it. All right. She is an expert at building relationships. Right? She is an expert at building connections, right? She is a gratitude consultant. She is an expert at retaining your customers, right? So all of these things are things we need to do in our business. That's why you want to take your pen out, your paper out, your iPad out, whatever it is, to take some notes. As I introduce the one and only Amberly Shree, the floor is yours.
Eric, thank you so much. And it is such a pleasure to be here with my beautiful friends all over the world, and also this wonderful panel, Leah and Annie and Zion, and especially Eric. I just feel so grateful and blessed to be a part of such an incredible movement. And I am a part of Promptings. So I help you not only pull gifts out of you that you don't know that you even have, but to really give you an experience about gratitude and how to use that in your everyday life to build connections with others. So this topic is so powerful, because how do we bounce back from sometimes the unknown? We find ourselves in places that are challenging, and then we have to assess the situation. We're reviewing all of the things. How did I get here? We're setting clear goals. How do I move forward? And sometimes it's scary, and sometimes it's out of our wheelhouse. But I will tell you, the moment that you dig in deep and you do not give in is the moment that you find that grit and that grind, and you are going to figure out those goals, those areas where that takes you to a whole new level, not only in your business, but a whole new level about who you are as a person, who you are as an individual. Believe it or not, each and every one of us is an example. We're an example to each other. We're an example to our families, to our spouses, to our partners, the people that love us and that we're doing life with. Within business, we're going to adapt to business models. We're going to figure out and assess the situations so we can break down pieces and really find out where we're moving. Maybe we need to adjust. There are so many areas within business, how we bounce back from the unknown. We're going to rebuild. You have to start off and rebuild and figure out what works, what doesn't work. And that's all a part of resilience. Focusing on your experience, the focusing on the experience that you're giving to your clients, your customers, and yourself. What are you doing each day to make sure that you're showing up in the best way? How's your mindset? How is your outlook? Y'all know if y'all are waking up and you're like, I'm pulling the covers back over my head. No, 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 we're not doing that. We're going to dig our heels in. We're going to dig in deep. We are going to find those places that we know we're going to hit that 1% each day. We're going to do something that is going to take us to the next level each day, because we are special. We are different. We have gifts that we are going to share with the world. You're going to invest in your team and your culture. You are going to figure out how to move through these pieces, because you have something incredible to offer and people need to hear it. So we have to figure it out. And I know sometimes it's not easy. We have to retrain ourselves. We have to find different skills. We have to pull from places that are going to help us grow and change and stretch. And guys, we have to do it. And we're growing each and every day. And if you're not growing, then you're just kind of stagnant and you're not moving. And being uncomfortable in those situations is going to help you move through and get you comfortable with the next level. And then you're moving and you're grooving and you're figuring it out and you're monitoring your progress and you're adjusting, you're making the adjustments. And finally, you're seeking others who are going to be able to assist you in what you're doing and where you're going. And I promise you, sweet friends, you all keep moving towards each and every piece that is going to drive your business, drive who you are. Be an example to your family. Reach inside your heart and see how you can show up in love and kindness and appreciation and compassion for someone else. It is all going to happen. It is all going to come together, and you are going to rebuild something so beautiful. So it all starts in us. I encourage each and every one of you to just take a moment today and just find out, how does all of this start with me? Reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you. I want to find out what you're doing, how I can support you, how I can love on you and help to push you to your next level. That's my time for today. Eric, back to you, and thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you as always. You got me fired up and excited about the topic and about today. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to keep moving. So I'm going to share some information with you. You know, it's funny. Someone asked me last week. They said, do you get paid to do these meetings in the morning? Like you're there every morning. You were there on Christmas Day. You were there on New Year's Day. Do you get paid? And I said, well, not financially, but I get paid in other ways. And she said, what do you mean? Let me tell you. When you share your knowledge and your gift with the world, and you help people, and you get people sending you messages. I get messages every week from people saying, thank you so much for what you said. You changed my life, or you changed this, or you changed that, or I can't wait to see what you guys have to talk about next week, or you got me through this problem. You know, that feels so good, right? Look, okay, let me just say a few people that are here. Welcome, Kim. Good to see you from Philadelphia. Hawa is here. Welcome. Blessing is here from Nigeria. Joyce from Kenya. Let's see. Karhit from India. Welcome, Karhit. We have Colleen here in America. Let's see. Tarul, don't know where you're from, but welcome. Carl from England is here. Dave from New Jersey. Let's see. Dr. Vivian, welcome. Paulette, welcome. Tolu is here from Nigeria. Let's see. We have a lot more. Oh, Marla. No, I'm sorry, Maria. I need to get better glasses. Maria, welcome. Good to see you. Yes, thank you for loving our topic. Dolakwa, welcome. We have Diane from Canada. Welcome. Miss Saga. That's where my mom lives. Dan, my mom lives there. Ifeanyiwa, welcome. So look, that's why I do this. People from all over the world are benefiting from what we do, and it's great to be a part of it. And that's why I do this, and that's why I keep showing up with our great speakers. So let me keep going to our next speaker. Hails from Europe. We know him as the guy that makes you famous. He certainly helped me become famous, especially on LinkedIn, right? This all started with the audio room that he set up for me. And it was him and I on an audio room. And I said, look, man, I haven't done this before. He said, don't worry about it, Eric. I got you. I got you. and he's soft-spoken. So he's like, I got you. And now it turned into this. So anyway, he's a marketing genius. Okay. He helps a lot of people. Without further ado, Annie Osong, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Eric, your kind words. Yeah, it's always great to be amongst friends on a Monday morning, especially. It starts with a new month as well, right? Everyone wins.
Your audio is going in and out, my friend. Annie, your audio is going in and out. I don't know what you have to do. You got to do something. Okay, try again. Yeah, it still can't hear you. Nah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll move on and come back to you, my brother. Okay, we'll come back to you so we can keep it moving. All right. So let me share real quick. Thank you so much. Let me share real quick a few things about this topic. By the way, welcome Amaka, the new PhD, a new doctor in the house from Texas. Welcome. Rajiv, welcome. Marie Paul, Ijoma, welcome. All right. So let me just share with you guys 5 tips to become more resilient in your life and your business. All right. So number 1 is practice gratitude, right? Like I used to never really think of gratitude. I don't know why. I just wake up in the morning and I just, you know, when you accomplish something in your life and you feel that you're on a roll and like, I have my degree, I'm good at my business, and you think it's all you. Well, look, the believer in me will tell you it's not all you, first of all. But here's the deal. When something goes wrong, then you're like, oh, maybe I need help, right? One thing I found in my life that's helped me is practicing gratitude. I learned that from people like Amberly, people like Dr. Kanal, who spoke on my stage. You need to just be grateful for what you have. First of all, be grateful for that. So that's number 1, be grateful. Okay. Number 2 is you want to seek support. Don't try and do it by yourself. Man, like that is the worst thing you can do. I mean, for me, everything I do, basically my business and in my life, I'm a leader. Even amongst my brothers and sisters, I'm the firstborn. I'm a leader in everything I do. But if I have a problem, I still look for support. I look for help. Don't be in a place where you have a complete crisis before you seek help. Friends, family, other colleagues. Sometimes I contact people in my network, coaches that I work with. Right? And contact the right people, right? If you want to build a big business, don't contact someone that's never had a business. They'll tell you to quit your business. Okay? Contact the right people. That's one thing. All right. Number 3 is turn a negative into a positive. Turn a negative into a positive. So real quickly, in 2019, I lost my dad, who was my role model, my best friend. I talked to him almost every day. Right? Like we're like brothers. Every day I talk to my dad. And then he passed away. And, I'm like, wow, I never thought he would pass away. Isn't that, it's like foolish not to think your dad won't pass away, right? But I never thought about it, right? And it made me, I won't say I was depressed, but I just didn't feel like doing anything anymore, right? My business was okay. I was making money, but I wasn't where I wanted to be. So, but then I thought about one thing my dad told me before he died. And he said, stop thinking about what you want to do and just do it. And one of the things I wanted to do was to start a group of entrepreneurs where people can come and talk about their businesses. I called it the Promote Your Business Meetup. I started it like 2 months after my dad passed because he told me to do it. And that led to over 4,900 people in the group. That's where I met Amberly and that's where I met Coral, right? So, and then that led to building my business even faster. That led to me going online, which led to me meeting people, which led to me starting my speaker studio events. Everybody that's on my stage, I met online, right? So I took a negative and turned it into a positive. So you want to think of how can I turn a negative into a positive, okay? So that's number 3. Number 4 is practice self-care. Self-care, I never used to think about this when I was younger, but now I know the importance of it. Drink enough water, get exercise, listen to music, whatever gets you going, okay? Practice self-care, okay? So that's number 4. And then number 5 is this: for things to change, you have to change. I think Amberly spoke a little bit about this. You have to decide that you're going to change, right? Stop thinking the old way. Start thinking a new way. All right. Don't pray for less problems. Pray for more skills. Don't pray for less challenges. Pray for more wisdom, right? You have to change your mindset. Right. So those are my 5 things that I want to share with you today. Hopefully you got something out of it. And if there's anybody in here that wants to put it together and wrap it up in a nice bow and put it in the chat, we'd appreciate that. All right. So let's keep going. Let me see if my good friend, thank you, Leah. I used to clap for myself because nobody clapped for me.
We'll clap for you, Eric. We'll clap for you.
Now I clap for myself. Hey, I loved it. I thought it was great.
We love what you say. We love what you say, Eric. It's fine.
Yeah, Eddie, you're on. We can hear you loud and clear.
Let me try again. Yes. Hopefully it worked this time. I reset my router. Okay. Look, I think. Suddenly it went funny again for a second. Funny? Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, excellent. Look, there are some stats I want to start with, right? 83%, 8 out of 10 people don't set goals. Now think of that for a second, right? And of those who set goals, only 8% of people achieve their goals. That's startling statistics, my friends. What's the issue? What's the problem? It's quite simple. 92% of people don't bounce back. They don't come back. They seem to think, I failed. That's it. I'm done. And that's what we must not let happen. It's like, the first thing the first part of the conversation really is be clear about your intentions. Set your goals. Don't be scared. Set your goals. And keep your eye on the prize. That's why we set goals. And I know what I just said, right? People set goals and they think the goal is the thing. That's a goal, right? I must achieve that. That's not the prize. The prize is, what's that goal going to do for you and for the people that you're here to serve? Think of your customers. Think of your family. Think of your friends. Think of your lifestyle. Think of your health, your well-being, your wealth. I could carry on, right? Keep your eye on those. That's what drives us ultimately. Now, when we keep our eye on the prize, we can work towards achieving that goal. So what stops people achieving those goals? My friends, it's a sad reality. It's called emotions, our feelings. We'll get hurt so easily. Oh, that's gone wrong. I'm hurt, I'm upset, I'm annoyed. I'm going to stop now. I give up. No, don't let your feeling know. There's something called emotional intelligence. We have to learn to deal with our feelings and reframe them, see them as something different. On the journey, my friends, let me tell you, you're going to meet rocks, you're going to meet boulders, you're going to meet holes, you're going to meet all sorts along the way, right? Challenges they're called, issues, problems, call them what you like. What we must do is overcome each one. And as Eric said, when we tackle each issue, we learn, we grow. That's the aim of that's life. That's That's the real goal, not the thing we want to be at the end, right? The journey is the point. On that journey, you're going to face hurdles. Now, look, everyone who's ever succeeded has challenges. Don't think that all of us here wake up and every day is wonderful. No, I embrace the challenge. I embrace my internet breaking down. I embrace, the things I want to do that don't come easily. Do you? You have to embrace the challenges to be able to come back again. As was said earlier, it's not how many times you do something, it's how many times you fall and how many times you rise. That's resilience. That's bouncing back, really, right? That's the truth. That's life. If you're facing no struggles, believe you me, you're not trying hard. Your goals aren't high enough. You're not trying hard enough at all. We could easily sit in our comfort zone and just coast along in life and win every game we play. What's the point of that? How do you get better? How do you improve? This bounce back ability. I think that should be a word, by the way. That is a thing, right? It's a skill that those who succeed learn. Those who win learn how to bounce back. There's always a Michael Jordan statistics. Yes, he won so many NBAs. Yes, he won so many championships. But in reality, he lost more than he won by a long way. Who are we to think that we're going to win every game? That's not feasible, right? Let's learn to embrace challenges. Let's learn. First, I'll make it simple. Set that goal. The goal that's going to change your life. When you're on your journey, don't change the goal. Change the method. Change the process. Like a sat nav. If I'm going to go and visit my sister or my mum, for example, if a road is blocked, I don't turn the car off and sit there and sulk. I'm going to sit here. I'm not going anywhere else, right? No. You think, okay, let me reset my sat nav. Let me go again. Let me find a better way to get there. The same in life, in business. We have to find other ways. That's how we learn. That's how we expand who we are. Expand, how we serve. There's no simple way of saying it. Look, if you can't bounce back, you're done, right? Learn how to truly take things in, reframe them in a positive. A problem is not a problem. A problem is a problem because you say it's a problem. What if you say it's a chance to grow, a chance to learn another way, a chance to do something different and better? That's what problems really are. That's how you bounce back, by truly reframing and then going again. That's my share today, my friends.
All right. Thank you so much for that share. Incredible, incredible words of wisdom. Now, you said something about Michael Jordan. One of the things I do is I love to read biographies. So I've read over 250 biographies. And one thing I learned from these biographies is I realized that everybody went through problems. All these successful people. Michael Jordan won 6 championships, but he lost 9 years. He was in the NBA for 14 years. Nobody talks about all the years he lost. They didn't even get to the playoffs, right? Nobody knows. Nobody cares. All they know is he won 6 times, right? And another one, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos was working at a company in, I don't know if it was New York or DC, but, for this financial company, probably making maybe 150, 200,000 a year. He took his boss out to lunch and said, I have this idea. It's a crazy idea. I have this idea of doing like an online bookstore, right? And and because of that, I need to quit my job. And his boss said, "What are you talking about? You're gonna quit this this job where we're paying you almost $200,000 to go chase an online bookstore? That's crazy. Why would you do that?" He said, "I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I'm quitting." And then he started Amazon. For 7 years, he didn't make any money. Amazon was in the negative. Look it up. Google it. Lost money for 7 years. Guess what? Now he's the richest man in the world. Look, we get stuff from Amazon every week here, every single week. He probably made like $1 million from me alone. But my point is, what if he quit? What if he quit? So that's all I have to say. All right, so let's get to our next speaker. Welcome, everybody. Someone here asked how often we do this. We do this every single week, same time. this same time every single week. And if you want to know more about my events, connect with me and you'll see them. I post all my events. All right. All right. So our next speaker hails from all the way from Nigeria. He's known as Mr. Positive Energy. I've been working with him for a long time. Another person that I met online, right? And we work with each other in business. He helps people that are looking, I don't know, looking at life in a negative way, like downtrodden, negative, depressed, whatever it is. And he helps them change their perspective on life, right? So you're going to hear it when you hear his voice will captivate you. The ladies say he has a sexy voice. I don't agree, but you can be the judge. I do know he's a brilliant guy. All right, Zion, the floor is yours.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. Thank you so much, Ambali, Leah, and Mr. Eni. And happy first Monday of November to everyone. It's always a privilege to be here in Monday Morning Motivation. I just want to remind us it's the whole essence of creating an event like this is not just to set your emotions up. It's because we want you to be intentional about your life, to be intentional about your growth, and then take necessary steps for your life. So it's not just about coming here to listen. Oh, it's an amazing event, and you go back the same person. No, you have to take the action step that we are providing for you, because we are here because we know that you are listening to us. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric, for putting this together. I love the topic, resilience and bouncing back. If there's one thing I've learned about resilience, it's not just enough to bounce back. We have to bounce forward. So most people, they just bounce back and that's all there is. No, you don't have to bounce back to the way you are or the way you were. There is need for you to bounce forward. And in bouncing back and bouncing forward, it's okay to start afresh. Don't be ashamed to start again. Don't be ashamed to start from the foundation. Don't be ashamed to say, okay, I have to start it again and again and again. It's okay, because that's where most people make the mistake. They were like, oh, how can I start again? The me that used to be in this level, I want to start again from the scratch. I cannot take the shame. I cannot take the stigma, thoughts like that. I just want to remind you this morning that it is okay to start again if you really want to bounce back. One major thing that is stopping most people from bouncing back is because of unforgiveness. Yes, unforgiveness. People are living in that place where they are unforgiving of what has happened before, probably from their mistake or from people's mistake. You are still angry with that business partner that ran away with the business. You are still angry with that investor that ran away with your money. You are still angry with your spouse that you divorced. You are still angry with many persons. And also you are still angry with yourself. And because of unforgiveness, many persons are stuck in a place where they cannot bounce back, neither bouncing forward. So if there's one thing I want to recommend for you today, it's forgiveness. Forgive yourself and forgive other people. Unforgiveness is like a cage that trapped you in a particular place for years without you even recognizing it. I had a conversation with a very young man, and this young man keep blaming his uncles, keep blaming his aunties. Okay, after hearing the story, I asked the question, this incident you just explained, when did it happen? Do you know it happened like 25 years ago? But yet the person is still blaming the uncles and the auntie for what had happened 25 years ago. Why? Because he's still living in the place of unforgiveness. Unforgiveness will trap you in an endless cycle that until you realize that you will keep going around in cycles and cycles and cycles. So if you want to bounce back and bounce forward from the challenges, from the difficult times, you used to be someone very popular, you used to be someone with a lot of money, but today you don't have money because of an incident that happened, you have to forgive yourself. Give yourself that grace to understand that mistakes happen. Even though it was intentional or unintentional, mistakes happen. So forgive yourself and also learn to forgive other people too if you truly, truly want to bounce back. Secondly, find your why. Find your why. Many persons are so consumed with what has happened that they have forgotten about your why. You must remember yourself, the reason why you started. I tell you, there are days I don't feel like showing up. There are days I don't want to be online. There are days I don't want to go to do my business. There are days like that. But because I always remind myself of the why, it helps me to bounce back. It helps me to remain resilient even in the face of feeling tired, feeling frustrated, feeling overwhelmed. My why. The why to inspire people, the why to motivate people. Your why can just be to make money. If you don't make money, you cannot pay your bills. So always remember your why. When you remember your why, it will put you in a place where you are resilient and in a place where you can always bounce back. The third one, or I'll say the fourth one, is the one I love so much. One of the things that has really helped me to bounce back again and again and again, and I will still keep helping me to bounce back, is my faith in God. I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, I'm proud to say this, and I will always say this anywhere I go. My faith in God has given me an edge, has given me an advantage to be able to bounce back no matter the situation, no matter the challenges I had to go through. The Bible always says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Apostle Paul speaking to Timothy said, I know whom I believe and I'm fully persuaded. Because I trust in God, I know that God can never fail. Even though people has failed me, business has failed me, strategy has failed me, plans has failed me, visions has failed me, but God can never fail me. So my faith in God as a believer has really helped me stay strong and bounce back in whatever situation I go through. So that's my 2 cents this morning. I just want to inspire you with that. Thank you so much for listening. I yield the mic to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. You know, and another reason why I do this is to learn. Like I learned so much right now, right? So I don't just do it for you all. I do it for myself too. I just want you all to know that I won't miss this. If it wasn't my show, I'll still show up because I learned a lot from you guys. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. Want to welcome everybody here. We have so many people from all over the world. Dr. Vivian, welcome. Let's see. We have a lot of people that just joined. Raviv, welcome. Salim, welcome. Dave, welcome. Alan, I don't know how to pronounce your first name. Alan, welcome. Diane, good to see you. Health Creative, welcome. Islam, welcome. Innocent, welcome. Laverne, welcome. Oh my goodness. Dr. Marcia in the house, welcome. Rafiet, welcome. We have so many people. We appreciate every single one of you. We appreciate you. And now we're going to go to the questions, okay? We're going to go to the question. If you have a question, just write question and then write your question so it's easy for me to know, okay? Don't be shy. If you're going through something and you want some advice, we're not psychiatrists, we're not sociologists, but we may say something that could help you. You never know, right? Somebody may have gone through something, right? Okay, so let's see. The first question that I'm going to pull up is from it's probably going to be Carl because she has like 16 in here. No, I'm just joking. She has like 3. Carl, can you share an example of a failure that ultimately led to personal growth? A failure that ultimately led to personal growth. Great question. Anybody like to share from the panel? Okay, Azan, go ahead. And then Amberly.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. And Cora, that was a great question. A failure that led to a personal growth. For me, failing to be able to address my mindset, I was in a place where I was almost committing suicide. Yes, I was almost giving up my life because I was fed up with things that was happening in my life. And being able to overcome that and find purpose in life has really helped me to bounce back. So one of the failure is I failed to set goals. Failing to set goals, meaning I was destined to fail in life. So failing to set goals, failing to network, failing to surround myself with the right people, these were failures on my path. And learning to know that having the right people in your cycle has really helped me to transform my life and put me in where I am today. So those are some failures I experienced in my life, and changing the narrative has really helped me to bounce back and be a resilient person.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate the Christian music in your background. We love it. Thank you so much. All right. Amberly, go ahead.
Actually, I think Annie was next.
Oh, was Annie? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Annie.
Well, I'm still here. Let me say happy birthday to Shruti. Before I start. Look, every day is full of failures, my friends. Sadly, every day is full of failures, right? This internet problem I'm dealing with, I've had this for the last couple of weeks. Yesterday, eventually, I haven't fallen off on too many calls. I thought, how do I fix this? What do I do? There's solutions. Then I spoke with Paulette in the evening, and she's like, okay, why don't you try this? Now, why don't you try, simply going to someone else's house for important meetings? I'm like, that's an idea, right? I'm saying failure, things go wrong every day, my friends. And we have to tackle all of that. We have to learn. I have to learn. Sometimes it's making new friends. Sometimes it's trying something new, right? The point I'll leave you with is that when failure happens, I don't say, "Oh, that's gone wrong," and just stick there. I ask, "How do I fix this?" That's what turns failure into success in the end, right? Into bouncing back, resilience, moving forward, personal growth, as our friend says.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Amberly, go ahead.
So for me, my relationships were struggling. And I knew that I really needed to find a place to connect with people on a different level. But you guys, it taught me so much about myself and how I actually needed to share gratitude with myself. And once I really started feeling what I needed to feel and work through and rebuild my heart and my mindset and my outlook and allow myself to grow in so many areas, I was able to hold space for others. I was able to put them first and really be able to connect with people on a different level. I think once you give yourself time to work through and move through what it is that you're working on, love it just takes over. It takes over. And it is such a beautiful place to be in. And without those steps, I would not be where I am today to be able to extend love and grace and compassion to others.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Amberly. Appreciate that. Leah, leave you put your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this question. This is a great question. I love all the golden nuggets by all of our speakers, Eric and Amberly and Zion and Annie. I always come here as a speaker, but I also come here as a student, right? I believe the speaker learns the most. And I would say for me, I found myself after 19 years of marriage going through a very devastating divorce. And I felt really broken. I was broke. And a lot of people counted me out. But I truly believe that a setback is a time for a good comeback. And I took it as my opportunity to reinvent myself. Now, I don't advocate divorce, right? It's not something that I'm really excited or proud of, but I could have just laid there and just said, this is it, it's over. But I took that as my opportunity to do something different and to reinvent myself and come out, totally different person. So thank you for that amazing question, Coral.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Leah. Great comments, and I always say that there's no reason to be with someone that makes you miserable for the rest of your life. I mean, I know it's a crazy talk, but well, yeah, why would you be miserable for the rest of your life? Because society tells you to. But anyway, we won't even get into that. Let's keep moving. Our next question. Thank you, Coral, for the questions. Thank you for always showing up with great questions. Our next question is from Tolu. She says, how do we build resilience in our children, youth, and the younger generations? Great question. Amberly cannot wait to share. Amberly, go ahead. Then Zion.
I love this question. I love this question so much. We are actually practicing this right now in our home, and we practice this often. We've done it actually for a couple of years now. My girls are 12 and 13. My oldest will be 14 this month in just a week and a half. And this is so important because both of my girls are in high-profile sports. And it doesn't matter if they're in Little League or whatever it is that they're in, if they're in educational clubs, things like that. when you dive in deep and you walk through with them what they're doing, the first thing that we say after an event, after we are together, whether it's a practice, a private lesson, whatever it is, what do you feel like you did well? And then they answer. And then we follow it up with, what are some areas that you would like to improve on? We have to come from a place of love, you guys. We see people on the fields, in the schools, constantly saying, you did this and you. We have to stop using you and starting with, how do you feel about this situation? How would you like to make this adjustment for yourself? And if they need guidance, they're going to say, you know what, I'm not really sure how to go about that. Okay, let's talk about what that looks like. If we do not start reframing how we show up for our youth, they are going to start their day with not only shame and fear, they are also going to start with, they don't even understand how to lead with love, because the people that are supposed to love them are coming at them in such a harsh and abrasive way. So let's really lead with love. Let's guide them and show them how to do life, and absolutely support the things that they love so that they can grow and stretch and be incredible, incredible young adults.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Did anybody else put their hand up? Everybody put their hand up. Well, you know what? Let me go with the folks that are outside of the country, and then we'll come to you, Garcia. Just Leah. So let's go, Zion. And then Zion, after you're done, let us know how to reach you. I just want to make sure you're all able to share that before you go.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Eric. And Tolu, that was a great question. For me, I'm very passionate about children, about young persons, about the younger generation, because I believe that the ability for us to have more positive adults is to raise more positive children. And if we can train them, Bible says, train them in the way they should grow, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. So that's a principle I'm always using, because young people are the way that we are today. And if there's one thing to build resilience in them, it's to imbibe the principle of self-belief. Because if there's one thing I really lacked as a child, it's nobody believed in me. Nobody believed in me. It took me to keep believing in myself. But as a parent, as a guardian, only give your children the sense of, I believe in you. I trust you. I love you. I'm here for you. I stand with you. I tell you, it is priceless. They might not be able to tell you how they feel when you say that to them, but it means a whole lot to them as young persons. People want to feel a sense of belief from their parent, from their guardian, and that's what most young people do not get. If you can train them that you believe in them, it builds their resilience in a way that you can never imagine. And secondly, focus on their strength, not their weakness. We live in a world where people are focusing on the things you don't do well, the things you cannot do. Focus on their strength and celebrate their strength with them. For you, you might have a child that talks too much. Don't tell them to shut up. Instead, create a platform where they can learn public speaking from a child. Yes. Focus on their strength and celebrate their strength. And I tell you, with these 2 points, you're going to raise resilient children and resilient youth. Thank you so much. Yes, for those who want to reach out to me, you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm always active. Zion Inoge, Mr. Positive Energy. And I'm here to always serve you with so much positivity every day. So thank you so much, Mr. Eric. Are you the mic?
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's funny. Our child will have 9 A's and one D, and we spent the whole conversation on the D. The whole conversation, right? No, like, he walks away like a loser. Like, what just happened? So I like what you said. Thank you so much. Anybody else? I think anyone to share?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. Look, this is why today's topic is so important for all of us, because our kids, they're watching what we do, right? I think that's how the kids probably learn most. It's about us modeling the behaviors that we the principles that we believe are right, and resilience is definitely one of those, right? And this dealing with failure, what we think is failure, is an important one. Our kids watch how we respond to things that don't go right. So we have to learn to truly embody what we've learned here, what we should all share here. Nothing I'm going to say is different to what anyone else has said. But I will say, be that person that is resilient, that does bounce back, that does face adversity with grace and with kindness, as Zion spoke about. So the next thing I would say, for my children, I guess I like to give them a chance to experience the reality of life. So I got 15-year, my youngest 15 right now. He's doing his homework, but it's coursework, and it's 10 hours of coursework. And he's his ways. You know what? I'm going to do it at night because Dad works at night. I'm like, that's your choice. Don't look at me. It's up to you. You do it as long as you get it done. I will text him and say, how are you doing? How's it going? Are you doing it? Yes, I'm doing it. If that's his way, then by all means, I say that I'll let him be, right? Of course, as Amberly said, I'll ask him, how's it going? Are you winning? Is it working for you? Because he has to learn his own way of doing things, not me saying, oh, that's wrong, I wouldn't do it that way. What do you think you're doing, right? And as I've been given the kids opportunities to experience reality and to do good work in their way, sometimes they will fail. But again, we don't shoot them down when they fail, when something goes wrong. And we embrace them. They want support, we'll support them. We'll sing their praises. And we'll say, go again. Go again. That's the way I teach my kids.
Can you let us know how we can reach you? Everybody wants to know.
Of course. I've just put I put happy birthday in the comments for Shruti earlier. So you can find me on LinkedIn. My profile is just in the comments right now. Connect with me. I love to speak to you. I love to find out what you do. Everyone. That's everyone, right?
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Okay, go ahead, Leah.
Yeah, this is such a great question. One thing I've been doing recently with my precious grandson, and you could do this with children of all ages, is ask them to teach you something that they learned in that day or at school, right? And what you're doing is you're building up their confidence, their self-esteem, and they're learning that they know how to learn. They're showing themselves that maybe it was hard in the beginning, they couldn't write their name, but now they know how to write their name. And just allow them to verbalize that process, and you will be dazzled and amazed to see how it builds resilience within them, because then they start to understand that they are a champion and champions do hard things, right? The best way to reach out to me is through LinkedIn, and you can also download my free ebook, The Wall of Wealth, which your financial guru didn't tell you, and I'm going to put it in the chat. Thank you so much, Eric.
Awesome. Appreciate you. Amberly, go ahead.
I did not have a chance to tell everyone where you can connect with me. Here on LinkedIn is wonderful. I am on all the socials. Come find me. I would love the opportunity to get to know you and how I may bless and serve you.
Awesome. Appreciate that. My response to your question is this. So I have 3 boys. They're all teenagers, right? And they very respectful boys. They get good grades. I'm just blessed, right, to have good boys. One of my sons, he's an elite athlete. He's really, really good, right? And he wants to be a professional football. Well, we call it soccer in America, but back where I come from, it's football, right? He wants to be a professional soccer player, right? So, and he's really good. He's the top scorer. And but when he loses, he gets so upset, so mad. And I would tell him, like, look, all the best players lose. All of them miss penalties. All of them lose games. So one thing you need to tell your children is prepare them for adversity. Prepare for them for adversity, because it will hit them everywhere in everything they do, the adversity, right? One time we went for a game because he was put on a travel team, right? Because that's how good he is to travel around basically the area, country, or whatever, playing. And there was a game that they were, he scored, I think, 2 goals. They lost by 1. He scored 2. And at the end of the game, he was so sad and so upset. And I said, so what did you learn today? He said, nothing, Dad, we lost. I said, I know you lied, but what did you learn? He said, I don't know. I said, here's the thing. You learn more from losing than winning. You know that, right? When you guys blow out the opponent, you don't learn anything. So what did you learn today? And he said, you know what? And then he told me that, you know what, there is something I learned, right, about how to defend someone that's bigger than me, right? And I said, there you go. So today was a good day. He said, I never looked at it that way, right? So here's the thing. Let them know there's adversity. Let them know it's okay. It's okay. Nothing's going to be perfect. If they learn at a young age that there's adversity, when they get to an adult, they won't quit on everything. I meet people that just quit. They just quit. Like, I thought you started the business. Yeah, that wasn't meant to be. Because you talked to 3 people and they said no. You know how many people I talked to about my studio speaking event, so studiospeaking.com. You know how many people I told before I got one person to say yes? I must have talked to 30 people before one person said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to invest in it. And she paid me and she did it. Right? And now if you go to my website, which is what I do now, studiospeaking.com, there are 15 testimonials of speakers, 15 that love the experience, that learned from the experience, that made money, that got clients, that 15. What if I quit before the first person said yes? What if I quit? What if I said, well, it's not meant to be? It's meant to be, because it's even bigger now than ever. And folks, that's in less than a year. That's in less than a year. Okay. So I want you all to know that we spent a lot of time on this question, Tolu. But thank you for the question. That there will be challenges. There will be challenges. But one thing you can leave, everybody wants to leave money. That's good. But if you leave money, but you don't teach resilience, you don't teach this, they're going to blow the money anyway. Right? You want to leave wisdom. And one of the things is you want to let them know is that, look, you're going to have obstacles. It's normal. It's supposed to happen, basically. And once they know that, their life will be they'll live such a more fulfilling life, because they won't be so miserable all the time because they're not accomplishing what they want to accomplish. Right? So that's my 2 cents on that. All right. So the best way to reach me is go to my LinkedIn page, connect with me on LinkedIn. I do have a freebie for you, an ebook, 100 ways to generate leads and sales. It says it's for coaches, but it really is for all entrepreneurs. Okay, so grab that. Call, if you can put that in the chat, that'd be great. And if you guys don't see it, just go to my page. Okay, you can grab that free ebook. If you can't find it, don't say, well, Eric, I didn't see it. No, message me and say, can I have it? Okay, just take responsibility. Say, you know what? I'm just going to message Eric and ask for it, and I will send it to you directly myself. All right. So no excuses, right? No excuses. All right. And then if you want to learn more about speaking on my stage, if you're an author, a coach, a consultant, and you want to get your message out to the world, we have some new stuff coming out. You're going to get it to thousands and thousands now. It's going to be ridiculous now. You'll see. You'll all see. You're like, Eric, you said so. Studiospeaking.com. Studiospeaking.com. Check out the 15 testimonials on there. All right. So we want to appreciate everybody for being here. We have two minutes, so I don't know. Let's see. Jay sent this. What is one way to ensure consistency and sustainability in client growth? Consistency. Okay. Well, one thing I would say is when you're consistent, your clients will be consistent, right? Everybody knows that Eric is going to show up here at 7:00 in the morning every Monday. Everybody knows that when I start my classes, that I've never missed a coaching call. I've never missed a coaching call. And and if you're going to, for any reason, let people know in advance, right? I think when we do the right thing, people follow suit, right? When you're booking an appointment for me, I say right there, if you book an appointment and you don't call and you don't show, you won't be allowed to book another appointment. I put it right there. So the kind of person you're dealing with. I'm not, I don't play around, right? Like that's business. I'm a nice guy, but that's business, right? And I don't want you to take up a spot of someone that's actually going to be serious. So when people see that, they're like, oh, Eric is serious. I'm going to be serious. They get in my coaching, they're serious. They do their homework. Guess what? Then they get the benefit, right? The transformation, right? So that's how I would answer. We don't have a time to go around the room, Jay, but we appreciate the question. So it's 8 o'clock. It's time for us to go. So let me hide that. So thank you, Leah, Amberly, Zion, Annie. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, all of you, for being here today. We appreciate every single one of you. Definitely come back same time next week. All right. It has been a pleasing pleasure to be here with you today. Make it a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.